So, good morning to everyone. So take this chance, I would say a few things. It's nice to meet you again, all the long-term friends, long-term Dharma practitioners. We came through this difficult situation called COVID-19, and that a lot of people died from this disease, and has been a lot of changes because of this situation. And at the same time, I think people learned a lot of things from this. A lot of our dear friends, people who we know, passed away because of this COVID-19. And that was I think it was a great lesson for us Dharma practitioners to learn what is impermanence. Sometimes I think it's challenging. It sometimes is a good thing, especially for Dharma practitioners, because we have to test ourselves through difficult situations. Going through difficult situations, because if everything is good, everything is perfect, then we may not know what is impermanent. But sometimes it is good to have some challenging things. Anything, whether it's good or bad, I think we have to take. We have to understand how to take the situation onto the path. Có những lúc chúng, of course, we always describe, or the Buddhist teachings describe the life, the nature of life is difficult, is complicated. So therefore, since we have this life, we have to go through many things, and at the same time, we have to know how to go through this kind of situation. We are still here and get together here today. This is something I think good, because we still have this chance, this human life, human knowledge, to study more about Dharma and to practice more about Dharma. We have to understand the meaning of human life and how to accumulate some meaningful things in this life, because sometimes we we are too much in worldly Dharma and worldly stuff for this life, stuff for this world, or this time, only this time in this life. So then sometimes we get lost and do not know how to earn, how to accumulate the essence. What is the real thing that really benefits ourselves? Because our nature or habitual tendency is like to be very busy, like to be hanging around, not to to use the time properly, correctly, but waste a lot of time. We have these emotions, negative emotions, and we always follow these negative emotions, and these negative emotions take us to the wrong path and wrong things and many difficult things. Dharma teaches us how to be peaceful and how to be really quiet, like internally, mentally, how to be peaceful and quiet. Peace is something in the mind. It's a part to the mind. So therefore, we need to work with our minds correctly and diligently. Great peace, or the nature of the mind, is free from not only these negative emotions, but also free from concepts, a lot of thoughts. Because our habit, a tendency, we always like to think something, and always the brain or your mind is always moving and always acting. So therefore, we are busy inside all the time. When we think something, of course, then there's always, we think something good or something bad, and follow that, happy or unhappy, or many things happen. So that takes away the peace in the mind, because we are not in that great the state of the peace. So therefore, sometimes it's very important, I think, and very necessary thing try to do is to make the mind empty. to free the mind from all of these thoughts. It's of course, it takes exercises, it takes time, and to practice well the nature that is free from all kind of concepts or all kind of these thoughts. Therefore, we need to go through the fundamental, the foundation things for the Dharma practice. To believe, I think we have to start our Dharma practice from beginning, having faith into the Buddha and Buddha's wisdom and Buddha's teachings, Buddha's instructions. So therefore, studying about the Dharma by hearing, listening, by reading books, and using all kind of methods to study Dharma is, I think, very important. Of course, we understand this reality that the essence or the foundation, very important part for Dharma practice is to have a strong and pure believing in the Dharma. In order for us to be able to have that kind of understanding, that kind of believing, we have to spend some time and to study and to think carefully. This is how to start. This is how to have a good foundation for Dharma practice, and it's not that always thinking, oh, whether this is correct or not, or whether Dharma is good or bad, or whether the teachers are good or not. It's not something that we think in your entire life, but at the beginning, we have to think carefully and then to choose a correct thing that you think this is good or bad. And then from there, we have to go forward without regret. It's understandable that having pure and genuine faith, believing, is difficult, but it's not a good idea to hesitate entire your life, thinking maybe, oh, maybe not good, maybe good, maybe today you think this is good, tomorrow maybe this is not good. It's this is not a real faith, and this is not real wisdom. So therefore, we need to know how to have genuine faith and how to develop, how to improve this devotion. The problem is ordinary people. Sometimes they forget the nature of devotion, faith. So therefore, sometimes, although they think they are like Dharma practitioners, but sometimes they do not know what is faith and what is devotion and what is Dharma and what is not Dharma. When our devotion is not pure, not strong enough, then everything is unstable, not clear to yourself. Sometimes we do not know what is one doing really, and sometimes we completely lost. Sometimes we are very confused. All of these problems because we do not have a pure devotion. So therefore, practice, exercise to improve, to have genuine faith, genuine devotion into the Dharma path and to the teacher or to the Dharma is very practical, and very necessary. Because we understand, and it mentioned in the Dharma teachings that in the teachings of the Buddha, the importance of faith and devotion mentioned a lot. And faith is like a root, the seed. When there's no faith, no devotion, there's no hope, no result. So therefore, Buddha always teach people how to have the faith first, in order for the individuals to successfully being on the Dharma path. Dharma is a real path, and to practice Dharma, the real meaning of practicing Dharma is to accomplish the path, to really get benefit from this path. So therefore, to be on that path, of course, we have to have a good preparation, such as devotion and understanding. And then I believe in the Buddha Dharma is called faith. But of course, different levels of faith, different levels of devotion, and devotion, faith with faith and devotion developed by renunciation is the most correct way to have faith. Renunciation is understanding that understands the meaning, the nature of life, the nature of samsara, and it's also power that eliminate attachment to the world, to yourself, to everything that belongs to you. Of course, we understand ourselves very well, and we have experienced not easy to eliminate attachment. But this is the problem. Because of that problem, it's difficult to improve our Dharma practice, because I think it seems like a lot of people, the more practice they say they're doing, the more attachment, more jealousy, and more negative thoughts arise. Therefore, it can be an obstacle for us to improve our Dharma practice. We have to understand the essence of Dharma, and Dharma is something that is free from attachment, and Dharma, because of that, Dharma has the nature, Dharma has the power to eliminate our negative thoughts. So therefore, to practice Dharma, the meaning of practicing Dharma, the use of the practice in Dharma is to eliminate all of these negative thoughts. So renunciation is something cannot be absent when we practice the Dharma. When we want to free oneself from samsara. Because without renunciation, there is no way to be free from samsara. Therefore, we understand samsara is complicated, is not easy to deal, but at the same time, we have a lot of attachment and we have a lot of interest in samsara, and we have a lot of things that are really attached to the samsara, and we are not able to cut these attachment. So the reason is we do not have enough practicing of renunciation. Renunciation understands that everything in samsara is is a temporary thing. Nothing can hold on to forever. Nothing can be taken with us. We have to leave everything behind. No matter how much you try to accomplish, we try very hard, but at the end, nothing left. Actually, we end up we have to live with empty-handed. So, therefore, understanding this reality is important, and without understanding this reality, there are always attachment and strong attachment and more attachment to this life, to these things. But it is true that we are actually losing everything. We think we are earning a lot of things. We are getting many, many things, but actually we are losing the main part, the source. For example, we are losing our time and time to a life. So we are losing our life pretty eventually. And when we lose our life, then we actually lost everything. We cannot take anything with us except karma. So therefore, Dharma teaches us how to understand what things can be taken with us. So therefore, it's difficult to understand the reality, and because of that, we are stuck in this life, this cycle of samsara forever. But since we are trying to practice the Dharma, then we have to try what the best way, the most correct way. Another very important thing is to practice compassion, loving kindness. This is another very important part to the Dharma and to the path that we are taking. Because we have this strong attachment into oneself. So therefore, it's difficult for us to be a compassionate one, a great compassionate one. Because in the center of our heart, we believe that oneself is the most important, and because of that, we do everything for oneself. Although we say we do things for others, but it's difficult to have very pure motivation, very pure motivation of compassion. An ordinary person, ordinary people like us, we have the nature to be selfish. This is something very common, but this is a problem or a big problematic. for us because of this attitude towards oneself is very, very important. So therefore we don't have the view to see others are important because we put ourselves in the first place, in the center. So therefore we need to practice how to open our hearts, how to open our mind for others to to create more capacity in the mind to make bigger room to fit, to put other things, other beings in our minds. To benefit others is the same thing, to think of others nicely, kindly. And when we say there's the capacity of the mind is very small, so it doesn't fit many people there, many beings there. Means we don't think of others nicely. Sometimes we think of them negative way, and sometimes, most of the times, we do not think of them. We forget completely about other beings. But we always think of oneself and some special people that related to oneself. And this is called selfish, being selfish, very selfish people. But those who practice compassion and bodhicitta very well, they are equally thinking of everyone, all sentient beings. When we do not remember to think of others, and then it can be a problem for us because of this thing that we don't remember, so we may harm them. We do things that attack them or harm them because we don't remember of thinking of them. So this is because there's not enough compassion and kindness in our minds. Compassion has the nature to remember the kindness of others and to understand the suffering of others. And so therefore, compassion has the nature to think of others nicely, sweet way, and it understands, or compassion has the power to avoid doing things that is harmful to others. Since we practice Mahayana teachings, and the essence of Mahayana teachings is a compassion. So therefore, our main practice is a compassion, and we have to understand this. And to practice compassion means we have to have conducts of compassion in our daily lives. Compassion has the power. The practitioner is very compassionate. Compassionate. The definition of being compassionate is someone is being very gentle, very sweet, and very peaceful, very open. Finished? Yes. Okay. And so therefore, we have to be sweet people, peaceful people, open people, because we are practicing Mahayana teachings. And therefore, we have to have mindfulness to remain in this compassionate heart, to practice compassion all the time in our daily life. A peaceful conduct. Being peaceful means being peaceful in front of the people and behind of the people. Because we are maybe peaceful and nice in front of people, but we are probably aggressive and bad behind. So we try to attack and try to say bad things behind to each other. So this is contradictory to the conduct of compassion. The nature of compassion is very directed or very honest, very straightforward. So therefore, it has the nature that to open to everyone. But our minds are the opposite of that. Our minds are pretty sometimes sneaky and not honest. Many times it's lying others and maybe lying oneself as well. So therefore, compassion is a very honest mind. Therefore, it sees the situation without misunderstanding. But we don't see that. When we don't have compassion in our minds, we don't see that is something bad, something is that is something not good for others. So this is called ignorance. For example, these some people, they do not know that killing, cutting off life is something bad, something harmful, that something cause to suffer to others. So this is a wrong view. And compassion has the eyes to see what is suffering, what is happiness, without what say correctly or like without misunderstanding. So therefore, loving kindness or compassion, all of these are very important practices. And without practicing these practices, then I think it's very difficult for us to accomplish anything in our life. But be in the same way, or maybe even worse. So we have to understand the essence of Dharma, or the meaning of Dharma practice. And so another reason, another use of practicing the Dharma is to be a better person. Using the Dharma using the power of the Dharma to make oneself a better person, more understanding. So therefore, we have to understand that we have to improve ourselves every day in our daily life. Improve oneself is more diligent, more compassionate, and better person. Dharma has the power to to have a better nature, pure nature. In the Dharma teachings, sometimes it's called bad-natured people, which means people who are always easily up and down, easily get very excited and very angry and changing a lot in the moment. Like very happy now, but unhappy in the next minute. This kind of people. It's called in the teachings of the Dharma, bad-natured people. And also very aggressive people and people who do not keep the words, like to lie people, being liar, and do not know how to repay kindness of others, and do not know how to respect to the people who should respect. This is also called bad-natured people. Of course, short-tempered people. Some people are very short-tempered and easily to get angry, unhappy, and sad, and disappointed very easily. This is not good nature. So, so therefore, we need to practice compassion to be a better person, to have a large capacity in the mind, very large capacity, like the sky, like the space, to to be able to think all sentient beings, to fit in all sentient beings in the mind. Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's mind is bigger or larger than the space, something like that, because he practiced his compassion throughout many lives, countless years. So therefore, his compassion is like the sky, and we do not have this conduct to practice compassion very much, and although we try to do, we forget very easily, and we say compassion, and then next moment we forget completely, and we are in our emotions. Our duty is to show your compassion, your kindness through your conducts of your body, speech, mind, conducts of your daily life. It means to think of others kindly, out of your compassion, and to talk things because of your compassion, and to do things because to do things according to your compassion. When we are able to think of others, think of things because of our kindness, then we are able to talk nicely, and then we are able to do things good. We do not, we should not have a big mouth to say I am a great Dharma practitioner, I am a great compassionate person, I have a good wisdom or something like that. We have to be humble as much as possible in our daily life. Some people have the nature like to say things, to praise to oneself, and to think oneself is pretty qualified or something. But in the conduct of Bodhisattva, it doesn't allow us to be this way and to see oneself this way and to say things very, sort of praising way to oneself. So therefore the great master Langzhe Tongpa said, whenever I am in the company of others, I will regard myself as the lowest among of all. And from the depth of my heart, cherish others as supreme. So it means we have to see, or we have to put oneself very simple place, humble position, and to respect others as much as one can, to respect others like bodhisattvas and the Buddhas. And because respecting others, all sentient beings, is the best way to improve our bodhicitta. It's the only way to practice bodhicitta. Because to accomplish enlightenment or Buddhahood, we have to respect Buddhas and sentient beings equally. Because if we don't respect Buddhas, the three jewels, there's no way for us to achieve Buddhahood. And the same thing, if there is no sentient beings, if we do not respect all sentient beings, there's no way to accomplish Buddhahood. So therefore, for the Mahayana practitioners, it is equally important. Like the Buddhas and all sentient beings are equally important. So I think I mentioned some important parts in our Dharma practice, and if I talk more, maybe you get more sleepy. Maybe translator maybe get lost. So now I think I stop here. Thank you. Please repeat after me. Those taking refuge in the three jewels. Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Dharmaya.
Namo Dhammaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Dharmaya.
Namo Dhammaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Buddhaya.
Namo Dharmaya.
Namo Dhammaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
Namo Sanghaya.
So thank you very much for Master here, the Abbot here, the Sangha here, and they are always very kind, and I know we have known each other many years, so I'm happy that they are improving in like facilities, the temple. So I'm happy and rejoin that. I hope the members of this temple or people who have a karmic connection to this temple continually to support the activities of the temple. I always think that it is very beautiful, very very nice thing to support activities of the Dharma, because it is a great way to accumulate merit for oneself, and it is a great way to protect Dharma teachings. And then it's a lot of challenges. There are a lot of challenges to remain to maintain your life in this country. You have to work very hard. I understand that, but if there is any extra, if you have any chances to support Buddha Dharma, I think that is a great thing to do. It is not something that bad. It is something very good thing.